Hello everyone. I don't do a lot of tasting videos as much, but I saw this in the grocery store, and I wanted to give it a shot because I thought this could either be really good or horrible. And it is called Culture Pop Soda, and the flavor is ginger, lemon, and turmeric. It seems that it's called this because it is a probiotic soda, which I don't know if that means it's like kombucha-esque. It just seemed odd, but some of the ad copy on here is that it's fizzy, zesty, tarty, spicy, and gutsy. But the flavor sounded good, and I was a little intrigued. Let's see, so it says I'm supposed to lightly shake as well before I open it, so that's interesting. I guess I'll do something gifable here. There's 40 calories in here. Looks like there's a little bit of sugar. The ingredients, filtered water, carbonated, organic juice blend from concentrate, and there is white grape, ginger, and lemon. The natural flavor, citric acid, coriander, live probiotic, and then turmeric. So, yeah. This seems a little bit more... I wasn't in Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or anything, and that seems like more of the places that would sell this, but the flavor intrigued me, so I thought, why not? Let's see if this is any good or horrible. It smells slightly, almost like a ginger ale. Very faintly, though. It's not going to smell like Schweppes or something, but... very light. It smells almost like if there were like a ginger LaCroix. I don't know, but let's see how it is. It's good. There is a little bit of a ginger-esque spice, and I assume that's the turmeric. The flavor itself, though, is pretty light beyond that. Like, you're getting the spice from the turmeric, but the flavor beyond that, it's pretty mellow. Like the aftertaste is a little white grapey. For ginger lemon, it's more turmeric than it is ginger. So that's sort of... well, I guess there is ginger in here as well, so you're definitely getting that. I think the coriander and the white grape are giving this an almost tea-like flavor to it. Like, it almost tastes like a chamomile or like an organic matcha tea, without, not heavily matcha, but that kind of like herbal type tea as a soda, or at least as a carbonated beverage, because it tastes lighter than a soda. Like, there's sugar in this, but it doesn't taste like a super sugary soft drink. It tastes more like a carbonated water, like not as carbonated as a Topo Chico, but something that's a little bit more carbonated than a LaCroix type thing. And since I am a lover of carbonated waters of many kinds, as well as tea, the fact that this is sort of almost like a ginger, spicy tea carbonated water, which is a very weird description to spit out, all of that is actually really good. I don't know if drinking a lot of these is bad for you because of all the fucking probiotics in there. It seems kind of like you're not supposed to drink too much like kombucha in a short period of time as well, because it'll mess up your stomach, but... yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and call this good. I'd say don't crack this open expecting it to taste just like a ginger lemon soda, because that's not what I'm getting off of it. It really is closer in taste to if you were to carbonate herbal tea. That's probably the closest I can get to approximating the taste of this. But since I like tea and I like carbonated water, a carbonated tea beverage sounds good to me. In fact, years ago now, when I was in the Netherlands, and then Germany as well, it was part of the same trip, I found that Europe carbonates way more beverages than we do here in the U.S. I got like carbonated apple juice, and that was delicious. Basically, just tasted like a green apple soda. And they had just Lipton iced tea, but it was carbonated, and that stuff was delicious. I just kept buying that up left and right. And they don't carbonate as many drinks here. It's mostly just your sodas and your sparkling waters, and that's about where we cut it off here, because it's maybe not as popular. Like, anytime I mention to people, like, I love such and such drink carbonated, they're like, ew, whatever. But, I don't know. So, I'm going to call this a win. Now, I would buy this again, because this is really up my alley. Actually, yeah, you know what this is slightly similar to? There is a drink called hop tea, and it is non-alcoholic, but hops are an ingredient, so it has sort of that, like, light bitter beer taste to it that hops gives it. But they have it in like white tea, green tea, black tea, different varieties, and it's a carbonated drink, and it's basically just a carbonated tea with hops as an ingredient to sort of like approximate sort of almost as if you're drinking some sort of beer, or some sort of craft beer, but with zero alcohol content. And they do sell that at like Publix and Whole Foods and places like that. This is reasonably close in taste to something like that. Obviously, it doesn't have that hoppiness in it, because hops is an ingredient. So this is a little bit more smoother on the palate because of that. It doesn't have the the bite or the bitterness of hops. But otherwise, this is pretty close to that as well. I'd say this is in the same ballpark as those hop teas. So if you like those, or you just like tea, or you're just looking for interesting carbonated beverages that aren't gonna smack you across the face with like tons of fructose corn syrup, I'd say this is pretty good. Again, I don't know if there's a limit to how many you can drink, because you don't want to overload your stomach with probiotics, but aside from that, I'm going to call this a win. So, good job, Culture Pop. You made it a tasty beverage.